What's up, guys? BrownieBits here, and we are back in Brownieland for part 2 of the Brownieland World Tour with fWhip.
Yeah, dude, thanks so much for having me. I'm really excited to see the rest of this stuff. We teased the ocean monuments there at the end of the last one, and I'm ready to see these above-ground guardians flying all through the sky, because these ones look like they're next to mountains here, so they gotta fly, right? They don't swim? Is that how it goes?
Well, there's no guardians. I've got a guardian farm that kills them, so we don't worry too much about it.
You just slaughter them and take what they give you and turn it into a city. I like it. Nice. Exactly, let's keep going.
Yeah. So first off, coming over this bridge, this city of Raisley is inspired very heavily of ancient Rome, and it's got some very inspired Greek and Roman buildings and themes going on. Gotcha. So basically, we have 3 main types of houses. There's this small one here is like a little townhouse.
Okay.
Nothing too fancy, but it's a one-family home, so it's kind of like mid-class. You have the apartment buildings, which I don't remember what they're called in for Rome itself, but there's a bunch, and it's kind of just squeezed in here as tightly as possible.
Yeah, I like the off-angled rooms and things like that. Ooh, it even breaks into another room. Very cool.
Yeah, there's a bunch of rooms in this. And then if you actually come up to the very top, there's a nice viewing platform. And normally, there's a turtle down there. There's a couple turtles down there.
Nice.
But yeah, so basically it would rain down and there would be a well here in that.
I'm saving the turtle's life. It's fine. He's okay now.
He clearly doesn't want to be in the water.
Screw you, bud.
So, and then as we come out this doorway here, there's actually a big building right out there. That's going to be a villa. So that's the rich.
Cool.
Rich people of town.
Awesome. Yeah, with all the quartz on it and everything. It's very cool.
Yeah. So I plan on putting some more quartz or some more villas in, but that's the only one I have right now. So we come over here, and this first temple, basically the story of this area is that this temple was first built by monks of this religion. I haven't come up with a name or any backstory yet, really, truly, for this yet. But they built this here, and then shortly afterwards, there was another religion that came in and built a temple not too far away from here.
Gotcha. Basically, it's like mine's covered in quartz and way shinier and cooler than yours.
Well, this is actually a library.
Oh, well, maybe not so then.
This is the library. As you can see, the world tour.
Gotcha.
The of the day.
Awesome. Very cool. You know, the temple could be a library too. It could go both ways. Yeah, whatever you really want to do. Yeah. I like the use of the stained glass though as the kind of entryway and things like that. It adds a cool element instead of just doing the classical doorways and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I'm really happy with these little balconies here. Really like how they came out. With the
Definitely a cool touch.
Yeah. So basically, the 2 religions were warring, and eventually the government of the Ocean's territory came in and said, "Hey, we have the Dark Army, which basically is the mobs of the night. The Dark Army is advancing on all of our cities, so we need you guys to band together and stop fighting." So they ended up building this grand city after that.
Very cool.
So as we walk down this pathway, I don't know where you went. You went
somewhere. Oh, I'm not doing anything. Nope, it's fine. I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay. So as we come up here, you can actually see a nice large building after this this diagonal bridge, which was really fun to build.
Yeah, I love working on diagonals. I don't know if you've noticed.
I love
yes. They're just so much more fun. I think it's a fun challenge to try and make it look good in Minecraft and build on different types of diagonal angles. For sure.
I think it's fun too.
Yeah, surprisingly, one of the hardest is going at that straight 45-degree angle right here.
Yeah, it really is. But it was a fun bridge to do, and I think it came out pretty nice.
Is this all concrete? Oh no, it's terracotta. I was gonna say you're insane.
Yeah, it's terracotta.
Good.
I think the terracotta has a nicer texture than what the concrete.
Concrete's very vibrant, but
yeah,
it just takes forever to get. I love using it. Oh my gosh, it takes forever.
So this is the Senate House, the Curia, as they called it. And basically, this is where the government of the city meets, the senators and everything like that.
Cool.
Rome. And this
Very
is based
awesome.
off of the Curia Julia. And then right across the way is the actual bathhouse. So this is a Roman-inspired bathhouse with glazed terracotta in here.
Nice. I feel like this is all people can use glazed terracotta for. Is like underneath water. It has to be covered by something so that it actually doesn't look so weird.
True.
This is the only places I've ever used in my own build is something covered by water.
Didn't you used it in your temple in your first city, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I guess I used it briefly on the floors, but the other parts in that city are all the light gray one, and it's all underneath the water.
Yeah. So the next religion was built over here, and it's actually inspired by the Pantheon.
Very cool.
So as you can tell, basically I actually took it. It's a 23 block radius circle, which the real one is 43, I think, meters or 45 meters or something like that. So I basically halved it. And yeah, so this is actually a perfect sphere. I built the sphere first and then broke it down and kind of finished off the building. So
very cool. That's awesome.
Life, as far as that goes.
I think if you went with that larger scale, it would look like way too massive. So I think going with about like half is a pretty good way to go for Minecraft structures, at least, just because of how small the player actually is.
Yeah, I think it worked out pretty darn well. And then as we came out of this, I'm sure you saw the giant build in the background.
Oh yeah.
So this is the Colosseum inspired build. This is a 75 block radius circle. Wow. It's a perfect circle, and then we have an oval in the middle. This was all hand built in survival.
Yeah, ouch.
So this took 3 episodes to build, I think, officially. So I spent a lot of time. And yes, beacons. Oh.
It's fine.
Very nice.
You just add that little finishing touch to it.
Of course. So you can actually go inside. I plan on having vendors underneath of the bleachers and then having like little cages underneath the actual like area that you can enter.
Oh, very cool. Making it look a little bit more like there's some fighters down here and things like that. Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the idea of that. And then we have a pretty nice little amphitheater over here as well. I'm really happy with how this turned out. So plays and everything would be here.
You got an act plan here, or?
I don't. Oh. The play season hasn't started yet. It's,
out of season, still rehearsing. Got it. We'll come back later to that one. We'll touch base on this.
For sure. We'll get that going soon. So I'm going to actually fly behind because we're actually going to make a style change here.
Ooh.
And this is nowhere near finished, but it's getting very close to how I want it to be. So this here is based off of, can you guess?
Obviously the jungle deserty temple thing. Desert well. There we go. Desert well.
Yes, the desert well. Perfect. So this is actually a jungle temple I took from our jungle here in the world. And I actually expanded it or widened it by 1 block to make it even because it was bothering me. But
yeah,
lots of storage for this project. There's actually a way down right here.
Oh, one of these fancy things. Still have yet to figure out how those work, but that's fine.
Yep. So eventually I plan on having kind of like a sacred area down here.
Very cool.
Why is the lava not flowing in here? Did I plug it up? I did. Well, normally there would be a tower of lava coming down.
Gotcha.
But I don't know why I plugged it.
Very cool, though.
That's the redstone. If you just walk in there, you'll actually be...
Very cool.
So it's on a timer, so by the time you get up, it'll go away.
Yeah.
And then there's one more thing. Oh, by the way, this is an Incan-inspired civilization that is dead. So this is one of the dead religions for the
Gotcha.
The other one is very Native American inspired, and I haven't really built anything for that yet, but that'll be
cool. Building teepees in Minecraft is always such a big challenge.
I'm excited to play around with that. So if we continue going off to behind us, there's actually a lighthouse out here.
Okay.
And this lighthouse is based off of Tower Hercules.
I was gonna say, I feel like I've seen something like this in Pinterest images a few times here and there.
Yeah. So basically, this lighthouse is based off of the oldest working lighthouse that we believe to be the oldest working lighthouse. So it can be traced back to medieval times. Oh my gosh, ancient Rome.
Gotcha. Very cool.
But yeah, up there, there's actually a switch that you can activate the actual lighthouse part. So good. Oh, you turned it all the way on. I didn't tell you how to work it.
Nope, that's my redstone knowledge.
That's fine. So basically, it's a quick flip of the switch, and I'm going to take this, break this down, let this go out, put this back in, and there's
very cool. Okay, I see how the lag monster comes out from it too.
Oh yeah, it's a fun little lag monster. But so that's basically it for this Roman-inspired city of Raisley. We've got one more major city, and I'm going to have you meet me over by the cathedral, by the Colosseum.
Cool, got it.
Just kind of,
I think I can find that one.
Yeah, it's a little on the large side, so hopefully you don't get too lost. Oh, by the way, I'm using Germsy Boy's animal pack, so I started doing that because I love that pack.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've been using that one for the past while as well. It's awesome.
So starting off here at this bridge behind, I thought we needed a pretty grand bridge to come into the Colosseum.
Very cool.
And this is like a suspension bridge where the pillars are holding up the entire thing.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a nice little way to lead up into the Colosseum.
Yeah,
and
that's
I built
awesome.
these pathways to basically everywhere in the world that I'm going to be building so far. These are the main roads.
Awesome.
So if we follow this out, we'll have another bridge that was built.
Ooh, more suspension-y goodness.
Yes. Now this is more of a wooden inspired one. This is kind of like a country bridge is what I'm thinking about this. So this is
very
how
cool.
the country, the farmers would build a suspension bridge is in my eyes.
Scrap it together with whatever they have type thing.
Yeah, basically. Use lots of logs. These are fields planned out, and I'm sure you already noticed that barn is the Neeson family farm.
Yeah. I was going to say, those pumpkins look familiar.
Yes. And then the beetroot. But if we continue this way, there's actually a nice large, a nice little town up here.
Awesome.
So this is the town. I have to actually look at my notes because I just named it today. This is the town of Chevalier. And Chevalier is knight in French.
Cool.
Or I don't know exactly how you say it. I think that's how you say it, but
yeah,
I'm calling
sounds
it Chevalier.
great to me, man.
Yeah. So obviously this is Wells Knight's build style from Nimbonia.
Very cool.
I tried to kind of play around with it a little bit to make it a little different. Tried to make each house a little slight different, little differences here and there to kind of keep it interesting. But this big one here is the local tavern and inn. And so basically with everybody traveling between the towns, they built this inn and tavern to kind of let weary travelers rest.
Gotcha. Very cool.
So lots
I like
rooms.
using the trapdoors for the walls and things right here. I love doing that. I hate using a whole full block to do it because it just takes up so much space.
I know. I actually took that from you too, for the record. You were the one that
you got it from a great source right there. I can't claim it as my own idea though. I don't even remember where I found that one, but
well, you inspired me because you used it. So.
Perfect. I'll take it.
And then to finalize this little tour, if we continue down this pathway here, you'll see in the far distance a nice large build start to render in.
Ooh, I like the colors on it. Very cool.
So this has two builds or two styles that are being inspired by, or two vanilla structures. So this is the vanilla village. Okay, so because a village actually was on this plot of land back here.
Gotcha.
And there's one other one, which I'll let you guess once we get inside.
Ooh.
So we're going to enter into this gate. So obviously you have the vanilla village in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you're walking, you can kind of see in between there's a structure in the distance back there.
This big guy right here? Or?
A little bit past these. So this is the town like market area.
Nether Fortress?
So this is, yes, Nether Fortress.
Very cool.
So the theme of this castle build is
I gotta say before we jump over there, this section right here very much reminds me of the Age of Empires 2 town center. Did you ever play that game?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, I actually am playing it again on my channel. I just started the series.
Great game. Great game.
Yeah, I love that game so very much. I'm terrible at it, but you know what? I did not even realize that until you said it. That was not my intention, but I guess I took inspiration from it without knowing.
Hey, it's a good one. You got it.
I'll take it. I'll take it though. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
I
see what you mean. Yes.
Back to the castle. Sorry,
to
random thing that popped in my head.
Yeah. So obviously, as I'm sure you know, the whole thing is called the castle, and this up here is the keep. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the keep is actually a citadel styled keep, and my purpose of it is obviously a fortress on top of a hill overlooking a city. That's the literal definition of a citadel. And so this is actually getting started into all of that, the keep buildings and everything like that.
Gotcha. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a fancy witch farm under here, right?
It's broken right now, so I cheated in. I said this in the in one of the episodes, but there's actually 2 witch spawners in there because for some reason the world doesn't like this. The files in here doesn't like this as a witch farm.
That must have been like something like what Wells dealt with his guardian farm. I
actually dealt with that in my world too. There's a guardian farm.
Yeah, I noticed that for one of the witch farms I found, it like spawned on the edge of an extreme hills biome, so the house spawned so far up onto the edge of the mountain that it was too high up to spawn witches.
Really?
I mean, you're on water level right here, so I don't think that could cause it. But yeah, that was the one witch hut that I've ever found in my own world, and it was way too high up. Not that I know how to do the redstone behind it, but yeah. Did not know that could happen to him.
You know what? I think it's because it's on chunk borders. Yeah, you know what? That's probably what it is, because there's this chunk border that runs basically right through it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, because I was reading something about that, or watching somebody talk about that. I think that's what it is. But I would AFK for like 2 days and get like 2 stacks of everything. So it wasn't worth it. So I put in those spawners just to make it realistic. So now I actually have witch drops. And then there's one last thing to this tour. I don't know where you are. Did you go up?
Yeah.
So it's actually down below here.
Oh, okay. I was like, which way are we going?
That's why I was like, where are you? So
got it.
Follow this direction over here. There's actually another portal. Also, obviously, this is all custom terrain.
No, I figured these are natural torch spawns. It's the new torch biome. Very cool.
Oh no, it's not working for me. There we go. Okay, so we're going to kind of come through here real fast. And this is a terrible thing for shaders. So this here, obviously, all of the nether portals are hooked into the world where they need to go. So this is the portal to Alowick.
Gotcha.
And then if we head down the west tunnel, to the left is, you can actually see the prismarine out there. But that's the portal to Raisley. And yeah, this is kind of the nether hub for season 1.
Very cool. That's awesome.
And then up above it is the gold farm.
Ah, yeah, one of those big old things. Yep.
Yes, the donut.
Oh yeah, the donut in the sky.
Yes. So these are the people that support me, and so naturally I cut off their heads and put them on a stake.
Yeah, no, I think that's a very natural thing to do.
But that's basically it, and it's natural that we end in the nether, because why not, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, by the way, all of this here, all of the wood is actually at bedrock level. So like I broke through all of that.
Oh.
I started to, and then I was like, nope, I'm done. So I actually just went into creative and broke it because I got.
Yeah, that sounds painful. I broke like 4 of them out. I was like, I'm good. Sounds good to me.
But yeah, so I think you built this gold farm not too long ago.
I did, and that's why I came up here. I was like, I gotta check out these. I see you named all of the pigmen after subscribers and friends.
Yes, subscribers, friends, and patrons.
Awesome, very cool. Yeah, I really want to come up and check out you did your storage room, because mine is not too great.
So yeah, obviously you know how to get through here, but I think I told you about the magma cubes, didn't I?
Yeah, I
to
think
keep
that
the
was
spawn.
Somebody did. A bunch of people yelled at me about it.
I watched your video, and I think I posted it. I can't remember because I was thinking about it. This is very dark.
Yeah, it's, there you go.
Much better.
Nice.
So I did my storage room. There's 4 corners. Okay, so obviously each corner that the pigmen fall into lead into a hopper chain.
Very cool.
And so they all end right here with the furnaces. But it's all on a corner.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
And then feathers get worked into there too. So
I decided to just go ahead and throw all my golden like swords and things just into the trash because I didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah, that's probably for the best, because this was a pain in the butt, because actually on the first time I did it, it all backed up. And it was, I came back after like 20 minutes of AFKing to a frame rate of 1. So it was very painful to deal with.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
I actually had to kill all of the mobs in here.
Ouch.
And yeah, it was painful. But oh well, I learned.
Yeah,
I learned my lesson.
Looks awesome, dude. Definitely might have to attempt to do some of this type of thing, fixing up my own place.
Well, if you need help, just let me know. You have my number.
Will do.
All right. Well, I think that about covers everything that we have in this world so far. We have an ender and that type of stuff, but that's kind of boring stuff.
Standard ender.
Yeah. Well, it's an actual like ender like a crazy. It's 22 seconds to mob cap.
Oh.
That's how I built it.
Wow.
So it's kind of a big one, but yeah.
Very cool, dude.
That basically covers it. So thank you so much for joining me in the world tour there, fWhip. It was a fun time.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for having me. It was really cool. Definitely got a few ideas that I'm be taking home back to my own world. I might try and implement some of those things. So thanks so much for showing me around, dude.
No problem. So I think that will end it here for us, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, guys, the world tour is, or the world download is down in the description below, as well as the resource pack will be down in the description below. And I'll send you those links over to fWhip too. So
sweet
as that. So thank you guys as well. Also, by the way, I will have a server set up to where you guys can all come in and join this the server to kind of explore it for yourselves. If you don't want to just grab the world download. So that link or that IP address will be in the description below as well. So I hope to see you guys over there. Thank you so much, fWhip. And
yeah, very cool, man. Everybody, make sure you go check out BrownieBits over there. He's got some really cool stuff going on here, as you guys can see. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the flip side.